People the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com, and my soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, could be located at people.etsy.com. And I'm here to show you what I'm doing today. I got a new set of Triton coil assemblies at 3.0 to 3.2 ohms. This is the 5-pack. This, as you can tell, is a clear, non-gunky tank. This is the old one. And that was my old drip tip, which is now a spare. But, hold on. You gotta see this. It's got, I was expecting it to be a brown goop ball through there, but it's got a white cast on it. Like, you see what I mean? Like something got caught in there, and all I know is it's a good thing that I bought this along with a few other goodies, because when that thing decided it wanted to go out, it went out right now, and I was kind of like in the middle of driving, so I really couldn't do much about it. And I got this gurgling sound. I'm like, gurgle, really? So when I got to my destination, I took off the top. I'm going to show you that, actually. And right through here was like literally a puddle. And this thing does not get puddles. See that? You know, when it's used properly, you could blow it through and suck in. No gurgle, no nothing, no go like this, and I mean, see that? I go like this, and there's nothing on my finger, literally. So that let me know something was wrong, and because of how tight I keep this, and so forth and so on, I knew it wasn't my assembly, so it had to be some other factor. Well, turns out, you know, I had bought a new drip tip, and that's when I seen it. There is a little hole. Maybe you can't see that, but right in the coil or the washer type thing, there's a little teeny hole right there, which means stuff was seeping. But since I had never replaced the coil assembly, I figured go ahead and fix the coil assembly, go ahead and put a new drip tip on there, go ahead and rinse it all out and start over, and no problem. I also got some goodies. I have now a charger for my car, so I don't have to find the nearest electrical outlet or, you know, thing to plug it up into a computer or whatever, because my computer is way over there and has been for a year. It's like when it failed and the batteries cost $60-something, and my phone is on the internet, I just kind of didn't replace it, because basically I would have to rebuild it and all that, and I didn't feel like doing that before the stroke. Anyway, I'm going to keep that in there so that way it doesn't get lost. And I had an appointment today with the SSI people for a forensic mental status I think that's what it was called. And they had me do all these tests. The only thing that I accomplished on the test was I got very, very frazzled. And that was not helpful to my situation because when things are going on too much, I can't think. So, I don't know what the test was supposed to prove other than I'm easily frustrated these days. But this guy goes, "Are you depressed?" I said, "No." He goes, "You've never felt depressed? Are you on any antidepressants?" "No." I stay prayed up. "Well, do you feel yourself pulling away from people?" Really? I spend enough time by myself where if I have some issues to deal with self, I can, and then I go spend time with family, and then my friends, hey, I hang out with them, or I talk to them on Facebook, or I got the TTY, or I just get in my car and go see them. What's to be depressed about? So I can't cook on the stove anymore. I didn't really do that anyway. I used the big old hot box. I couldn't find the word stove to save my life today. Or I used the microwave. And he goes, "Why?" I was like, "Duh, because I burn stuff." He goes, "Well, why don't you do your laundry?" I said, "I can't do laundry in our current situation. I have a cane, and I can't do the cane and the steps and carry laundry up and down steps. If you bring me laundry, I can sit somewhere and do it. If someone else takes the laundry down, then yeah, I can stand there and do the laundry. Then I would need help getting it back up the steps, so forth and so on. A lot of times when it's really, really necessary, I either wash stuff out by hand or I take my car around the corner to the place that's all flat land, and there's a cart that you can literally put your stuff directly from your car into the cart, drive the cart into the place, wash your clothes, drive the cart back out. Come on now. There are 14 steps. I counted. 14 steps from the base of my basement to the top landing, and then there's 3 steps right there. And one of the handlebars, or banisters rather, that failed years ago. I'm not trying to be part of the scenery, plump, 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 plump. No, because first of all, Mom is not going to be able to pick me up and all the stuff that falls down the steps. And I'm not going to, try to put her through that trying to gather me up. I mean, a lot of times I say, "Yo, bro, could you take these clothes down to the laundry?" If you think about it, I usually tell them that on like a Monday or a Tuesday, because those are days where the garbage is going to be taken up, which means it's no big deal for him to take my stuff to the bottom of the steps if he's got to bring them up the steps anyway to take, the garbage out. I messed that thought all the way up, but I know what I mean. So then I can wash the clothes the way I want to. There have been times, and this is kind of brilliant, I take the clothes and I put it in a bag, and then I make sure there's a hole like this big at the top of the bag, and then we'll just toss it down the steps. And because of the way it lands, that opening, instead of busting, it'll just go and it sucks the air back, and then you can wash the clothes, whatever, and then he'll bring them up later, because we might be disabled in this house, but we real picky about our laundry. And there are certain things I don't want him to wash, and there are certain temperatures I don't want him to wash on. I have, in my lifetime, grabbed a shirt that's this big. Yeah, well, it needs to be pulled out. Yeah, like this. And then when it's time to get it out of the dryer, it looks like it belongs to one of the babies. You know, and that was a really good cashmere sweater that I missed. And that was the first cashmere sweater I actually knitted from hand all the way through, so forth. So there was a lot of things I didn't know about cashmere at the time I knitted. All I knew was to buy the yarn was cheaper than to buy the sweater, so I bought the yarn and knitted one myself. Anyway, enough of that. I'm about to put on my scarf, and I thought I'd share that with you. Take a 6-foot-long scarf and tie it loosely at the middle, and then I just put it over my head. Okay, this is the same type of scarf I would literally wrap around my head or whatever, but for certain applications, it's a little bit inconvenient. Okay, I have a satin pillow, but to stay protected with your hair in a particular style with a satin pillow means you always have to be on that pillow, which means if you turn your head or whatever, you know, or change positions, that might be a little bit inconvenient. So this is what I do. Okay. Especially when I have my hair in twist or whatever, I just leave it like that. So that way, as you can tell, all my hair is encased within that scarf. That way, if I turn my head or whatever, it's there. If I need to wrap it, I can. But for sleeping purposes, a lot of times I just leave it like that, or like that. That allows me freedom of movement when I'm sleeping without, you know, worrying about, hey, this did this and that. And then, because every female that's ever had to wrap their hair at night for whatever hairstyle, especially updos, will tell you that bonnet, that scarf, whatever, you wake up in the morning, your hair's a mess, and the bonnet or the scarf is sitting over here instead of here. So at least this gives you something to work with. And then, like, transfer, like oils and stuff, it can't get from your hair to your face if you have it in this format. So I thought I'd just share that. In the meantime, this is ready, so I'm finna go vape on. I'm finna go to bed. That guy and, I mean, this Emily and everybody there, nice people, but those tests were stressing me out, and frankly, I'm just tired. I want to go to bed. And then this guy looked at me like I was crazy because I said I'm not depressed, and no, I don't take any anti-anxiety pills. I said the only pills I take are the, you know, anti-stroke pills, the one for cholesterol and blood pressure, and this new one. And he goes, well, we think that might depress you. I said, listen, I stay prayed up. This dude looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, listen, God gave me all I need to be happy with my own company, let alone others. But, hey, I stay prayed up, so I don't worry about all that stuff. I think he might have been happy if I said I was depressed, because he couldn't explain away the fact that I'm happy and I'm not depressed, and I stay prayed up. I was like, well, you can pray for me. Nobody said having a stroke means automatically you have to be depressed. I mean, it was an unfortunate chain of events. It happened. I'm getting over it. And in the process, they found out what caused it. I got my diagnosis. The medicines that I had to take, like the lisinopril, instead of 40, I now take 20 of that. I haven't been dizzy one moment since they reduced that dosage. And the other medicines are working in tangent to keep me happy, like a room without a roof. But no, I ain't depressed. I mean, granted, every now and then I might feel down. That's human. And I know how to pray. And I know how to talk it out if there's an issue that I really need to talk, I mean, there's Mom, there's Carolyn, there's Topi, there's Kaylin. I have a support group, so I'm not worried about all that. That's like my soap group. Anything involving soap, I can throw something out at left field. Hey, does this ever happen to you? And I guarantee you I will get at least 3 responses. And if the question stays up there long enough, I might get 100 responses. But by the end of the day, I'm going to know how to handle whatever issue the soap causes. The hair group, same dealio. I do have a support group for stroke in person and on the internet and, online. And by now I have an EP support group because, when you go into something that's a rare disorder, the first thing you're going to do is find out, hey, if this happened to you, is it happened to you, is I'm in this by myself, so forth and so on. And then, no matter what, first and foremost, the big man upstairs, he doesn't give me anything more than I can bear. And if he does give me more than I can bear, he puts things in my life that enables me to deal with it, because it might be my job to be a walking testimony, and everything I have to go through is so somebody else could get a witness. Anyway, I'm going to sleep because this has been a very, very, very long day. And then just when it got sunny, the moment I walked out, it got cloudy, and I got all the rain. And then when I went back in, the sunshine came. And then just when I thought I was going to enjoy sunshine, the rain came back. And their walkway was just incredibly, ugh. But the steps were worse, and going up steps, not as bad as going down steps, but I chose the walkway, and then when it was time to leave, he goes, we can't allow you to go down the driveway, you have to use the steps. Yeah, me and a foot that drags. That was comfortable. Not. Anyway, this has been People of 7 on Twitter and YouTube. People are elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. And my soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, located at peopla.etsy.com. Y'all stay blessed and stay tuned.